Hey guys, it's Becky and welcome to this week's reading vlog. It's Monday morning, it's about 7 a.m. I've got up and got ready and I have plenty of time before work to read some books and kind of start off my week right. I don't really have a TBR for this week. I don't really have a TBR any week. I just kind of read as and when I can and try to get through as many books as I need. This week I'm reading The Girl and the Stars by Mark Lawrence. I'm about 30% in already. I assume that I can finish it by the end of the week and hopefully start some other books as well. I'm also reading a few other books. I often switch between my Kindle and physical books as I find it very easy to read multiple books at once that way. Now I'm kind of staying to what I would normally be doing. I'm going to read my Kindle at my desk, which you can kind of see here, and then get cracking as soon as 9 o'clock hits. Okay, so it's just before 9 and I need to now log in and do some work, but I got through about 20% of the book. I'm now on 48% through. It's a wild ride. I don't want to spoil the book for anyone, but this kind of middle part was a bit of a fever dream. I wasn't quite sure where I was heading, and I'm kind of wishing I was going to continue reading it right now, but instead I'm going to read it after I finish work, or maybe at lunch. I'll see how. So it's 6:30 and I just did not have time at lunch to read any books. I was busy working, but I've now moved across to my sofa and I am ready to read Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart. I've already read most of it, you can probably see. I think I'm on page 242. I've really not got a lot left to read. I was actually saying last week to my friend, I feel like I've already read this book and I've forgotten that I've read it, but I recognise the story. Like, I kind of think I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who's not read it, but I'm so confused because I don't remember reading it, and I thought I bought this at Yalk, and I bought it because I hadn't read it, and I feel like, I mean, if I've read it, definitely if I'd read it after Yalk, that year that I went, it would have been reviewed on my blog, and it's definitely not on there. So I don't know when I've read it or how I've read it because I don't have another copy of it. Or do I? Maybe I have a copy at my parents' house. I'm gonna have to check when I go home next time. But yeah, I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna read it for probably like half an hour and then I'm gonna get food. I want to see how many pages is it. It's 310. So I could probably get through like 60 pages in a half an hour. An hour. Yeah? Yeah. Let's see. So it's now just past 7. I'm starving, so I'm gonna go get some food. If I finish my book, the good thing is I may have somehow remembered most of the book, but I did not remember the ending. I'm quite happy with what happened. I will probably put a review up at some point. You will find out all my thoughts. But for now, I just want to say it's a really good book. If you kind of like strong female relationships and like kind of sisterhood, this is the book for you. Both the sisters in this book have their own kind of stories to tell, but both of them kind of rely on being able to trust in other women, and this is in a place where you can't really do that, so I really like that aspect of everything. But yeah, now I'm gonna go and cook some food, and I'm probably gonna blog for a little bit afterwards rather than read. So it's about 9 o'clock right now. I've had a shower, so that's why my hair looks like this. And I'm going to read for a couple of hours before I go to sleep. I'm going to read my Kindle again. I'm going to read A Girl in the Stars by Mark Lawrence again because it was so good earlier this morning. I'm kind of excited to see what happens. I hope I'm going to get a huge chunk of it tonight before bed. I should be able to get quite a bit read tonight and then probably be able to read in the morning again, and then also tomorrow night as well. And then I should be done. If I keep the same pace I was reading at this morning, it should be fine. I'm not going to record this bit because I'm literally in bed and I don't want to fall asleep reading and then the camera's just running because it might just completely kill the battery on it. But yeah, I will see you in the morning and I'll update you as to how far I got through the book. Morning, it's Tuesday morning, it's about 6:30 and I did not read much of my book last night. I think I got to 50% in the end and then I fell asleep. I didn't really sleep well last night, so I'm gonna just read in bed for a while and then get up and get ready for work in a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading The Girl in the Stars by Mark Lawrence. I don't think I'll finish today now because I didn't read enough last night, but hopefully I'll get through a huge chunk this morning like yesterday. So it's just past 8 o'clock. I finally decided to get out of bed and actually get ready for the day. I got to about 58% into the book and wow, like Mark Lawrence is the reason why I love his books. It's because he kind of leads you to think one thing and then suddenly like the twist is like it's completely different to what you expected. So I'm really happy with what's just happened. Well, I'm not happy. I'm excited to see what will happen next. So I'm going to continue reading till 9 and then I'll probably get back to work. But yeah, I've moved across now. Okay, so it's just before 9 and I need to start work and I'm sad because it's just got to like a good part. I can't tell you exactly what happened, but lots of things have happened. I'm at 65% through the book. I kind of just want to finish reading it today, so maybe after work I will get on that. Hey guys, so it's Tuesday night, it's just before 10 o'clock and I have not had any time to read since this morning. So I'm on 65% of The Girl in the Stars. I'm quite far through. I don't think I'm going to finish it tonight because I feel like as soon as I start reading I'm probably going to fall asleep. I've had a long day of working. I had to work a bit late tonight and I've basically just been binge watching TV since then after getting some food. So I've been really lazy today. I will probably speak to you next in the morning, similar to last night. Hey guys, it's now Wednesday morning. It's just before 9 o'clock and I'm ready to start work. I just wanted to catch up because I haven't really done any reading, but I did obviously record the intro for the day. But I got distracted by my work phone. I think I've only read like 2%. I'm on 67% into the book. I keep saying I'm going to finish it. I don't think I'm going to finish it. So I'll probably catch up with you again after work. But it's such a busy week. I don't even know what time I'm going to be finishing today. So it's now Thursday morning and I just didn't get time to really do any vlogging yesterday. And I didn't really read much either. I read a little bit before bed, but I definitely fell asleep whilst reading my Kindle. And I did read a little bit this morning whilst the coffee was brewing. But I've woke up with like a raging headache, so I don't really know how much I'm going to actually get done today. I do think I've picked a bad week to start vlogging as work is super busy right now, but hopefully I'll get more reading done over the weekend and it won't be all for nothing. I've reached chapter 28 in The Girl in the Stars, so that's 71% through, which I don't think is too bad seeing as I only started it last week, and I think it is quite a hefty book. It is adult fantasy, and I should probably check how many pages are actually meant to be in it, but I think a lot of Mark Lawrence's books are quite hefty. But yeah, I'm hoping to continue reading this tonight, and I hope I can get it finished by the end of the week, but just depends how much work I have to get done for the next 2 days. Hey, so it's now about 8:30 on Friday night and I just haven't had time to read as much as I wanted to this week. And the past 3 days have been so hectic with work that I just haven't gotten around to it at the end of the day. I have been reading before bed a little bit, but not a lot. I'm now on 79% of the way through A Girl in the Stars, which I don't think is a lot different to what I last said, but seeing as it's now the weekend, I'm hoping that I'll get a lot more reading done tomorrow and Sunday, as I have completely free days basically. It's 10 o'clock and I finished the book and it got really good, and I have no idea when the next book even comes out. So I was a bit worried in the middle a bit because it kept getting kind of more tense and then less tense and then more tense and then less tense, and now it's just ended on a tense. So yeah, I'm gonna take maybe a couple of hours to get over that ending, and then I'm gonna start reading another book. Maybe I'll do some vlogging. Or maybe I'll just watch TV. So it's about 7 o'clock and I haven't really read much today. I've actually started to kind of put together some of the clips I videoed earlier on this week for this vlog. On my laptop is very slow going, so I have been reading like in between it, loading things in. Anyone else has an old laptop and uses Premiere for YouTube, you probably understand what I mean. But what's good is that I've managed to read 5% of Viper by Bex Hogan. I'm sure Connie is going to be really proud of me for finally starting it. She's been yelling about it for a year, like since it came out basically. She's been yelling about it and telling everyone they have to read it. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing this until 8 o'clock and then I have a call with some friends, just kind of a Zoom hangout meeting, and then I'm going to probably start reading again afterwards, especially if I still need to edit some things as it's really slow at the moment. I don't know why. It's just before 11 on Sunday morning and I have been reading Viper by Bex Hogan, courtesy of Connie screaming at me to read it last week. I'm now 45% of the way through and I'm loving it. It meets all my priority needs so far and I'm pretty excited to see where it's heading. I'm not fully sure on what's going to happen, but I am quite excited to see. But yeah, I'm not having a particularly productive day today. I woke up with a raging headache and the heat in my flat has just made it 10 times worse. So I'm just drinking lots of water. I've got some snacks and I'm probably going to read a lot today, like maybe play some games and just kind of relax and try to keep the headache at bay.